Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am AdamMcKola. So you're hearing this, Jude Bellingham is being linked with a whole host of European clubs. The likes of Real Madrid, Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester City are being linked with the player, and a move that could total £130 million. Yes, you're hearing that right. There's a report today in The Athletic, and we'll be going through that. I'll be giving you my reaction to that, and I want your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're here, get hitting that like button and get subscribing as well. Get hitting that subscribe button because I'm trying to hit 150k ASAP, and I can only do that with your help. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and get stuck into that. Get your notifications on because we'll have loads of videos coming your way. But today we're discussing Jude Bellingham, and as I said, these reports come from The Athletic. Now, Jude Bellingham is a fantastic midfield player. He's got his a fair few years ahead of him. He's still very, very young. He's still going to improve, and he's still, right now, one of the best midfielders about, really, when you think about it. He's got everything in his locker. Now, Jude Bellingham is going to be highly sought after. We saw when he moved to Borussia Dortmund that Manchester United and a whole host of other clubs had talks with his father, who's also his agent. Now, he picked Borussia Dortmund at that time because he felt it was better for his development. I don't blame him. I think it was a good opportunity for him to play regular football, play Champions League football, and you're seeing the benefits of him playing regularly over there in Germany for Dortmund. But now he's being linked with a move away from Borussia Dortmund next summer. Now, Dortmund still want to hold on to him, but are they going to be able to? And the kind of money that's going to be being put forward for the player may mean that they'll crumble and take the money. Now, we'll get stuck into this report because last summer, or the summer just gone, we heard that Liverpool were one of the big names being linked with him quite regularly. There were even reports that there were talks held between the clubs and his agents and all those kind of things. Now, nothing really materialised there, but Liverpool are quietly confident that they can make that move happen last summer. Now, these teams, Liverpool, Chelsea, maybe not Manchester City so much, so Manchester United are in battles for the top 4 in Champions League football. So that's going to be massively important because not only do you need Champions League football to attract these kind of players, especially when you're competing with other big heads, but also to get the fee that the player's going to demand. So let's have a look at this report. The first bit we hear is Klopp is a huge admirer of the Borussia Dortmund midfielder, but signing Bellingham this summer was never a realistic proposition. Having already lost Erling Haaland to Man City, the German club had no intention of selling another one of their prized assets. So, with Haaland going, he was never going to leave this summer. Now, it goes on to say, the landscape will be different next summer, however. Bellingham will have 2 years remaining on his contract, and as things stand, and if that's the case, Dortmund's resolve to keep him is to be severely tested. Liverpool will certainly be in the mix, but competition for English football's most exciting young talent is set to be fierce. Real Madrid, Man City, Man United and Chelsea all retain a strong interest, and Manchester United have been linked with him a number of times. And again, it's important we get Champions League football. It's important that we show and continue to show progression, not only in the chase for Jude Bellingham, but also to other players. You want to sign players. You want to be an attractive proposition for these players, and when they're seeing that you can go to the likes of Man City and challenge for trophies, Liverpool, Chelsea, even though they keep chopping and changing managers, have challenged for trophies, although with their new owner, let's see what happens. But when you can see Real Madrid as well, you can go to these clubs and challenge. United have to be challenging to be able to compete with them for the same signings that they're going after. Now, we heard from Dortmund, and in this article it goes on to say, Jude is very happy at the club. He's very committed to us. Hopefully he can stay next season and for a long time. We try to keep our best players. Jude is one of those, and we try to keep them for as long as possible. But in the end, there's always a but. Money is another aspect, and England plays a lot more than Germany. We have to renew our philosophy every year. Basically, if there's an offer they can't refuse, they won't refuse it. However, if Bellingham does push for a move, Dortmund are adamant he is valued at around 150 million euros, 131.6 million pounds, and that would make him the most expensive British footballer in history. Unlike Haaland's transfer to City in June, there is no release clause involved, so that's why Erling Haaland went so cheap. His family never gave an indication that they wanted one, confident in Bellingham's ability to the point that interested teams would pay what was required. when the time came for him to take the next step. Now, £131.6 million is the asking price, according to this report. Now, I don't think Dortmund will get that kind of money. They may get around £100 million, which is still a huge amount of money. And Jude Bellingham is going to be one of those kind of players that can demand that kind of fee because of how talented he is, because of the experience that he's already gained, because of the potential that he has, and because of his age. So you're getting kind of everything. And then when you know, buy an English player, or you're a Premier League club buying an English player from a German team, that price is going to rocket again anyway, because you've also got to pay that premium. Now, what you could see happening is, and it's likely been the case over the years, Manchester City will pull out of any deal that gets too high because they don't want to compete with other teams. Like, they'll spend 100 million on Jack Grealish, but there weren't really any competition for him. That was the fee. They're not going to get involved in a bidding war. I'd imagine they'd make a bid, and like with Harry Kane, if they don't accept, they don't accept. So that would possibly count them out if it got too hefty. Liverpool as well, can you really see them paying 150 million euros for a player? I can't. You're looking at United, Chelsea, maybe Real Madrid as the main bets, but Liverpool seemingly confident, so you can't rule them out, of course. And Man City, you can never rule them out for a signing. And knowing them, they'd probably go and make a deal worth 80 million, you know, happen, and somehow it get pulled off, and everyone will be looking around saying, how the hell did that happen? And with Haaland there, Bellingham may want to link back up with him. So there's going to be huge competition for his signature. Will Manchester United get him? I hope so, although if it goes to £130 million, you could possibly see United go, actually, we could probably get Frankie de Jong for half that price if we're still interested in him and that one's still dragging on. So it wouldn't surprise me either if United kind of went, all right, let's go for another option, because £130 million would be a large chunk of what we're looking to spend. And especially when you consider we need a striker, we possibly need a right back. Jude Bellingham would be that midfielder, but are we going to be able, like, I know we spent 220 million this summer. We're not going to do it again next summer. It's going to have a knock-on effect on what we're doing next summer. So where will Bellingham go? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. As I said, we're trying to hit 150,000. Now, the other day, I did a video on why we should sign Ivan Toney, if you want to go and check that out. I did a video on the 10 things that Erik ten Hag has fixed so far at Man United. And I'm also releasing another video tomorrow, which is 10 things that Ten Hag must fix. So make sure you're keeping it locked for that. And until next time, I've been AdamMcKola. I'm out.